Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I upload Disney planning content here on my channel every Sunday and Thursday. In today's video, we are going to be continuing my Disney for Dummies series, which is a series that I'm doing here on my channel to help everyone, whether they are a beginner or an old pro with Walt Disney World, to kind of learn the ins and outs of planning a vacation, because there's a lot of information to go over. And today we are going to be going over the Disney Dining Plan, which is a package component that you can add to absolutely any Disney vacation package. So a package is a room and tickets, or a room, tickets, and dining, or a room and dining. So with that being said, I'm just going to get right into it because the dining plans are kind of complicated and you have some things that you need to know. So the first thing that you need to know is you have three options when it comes to the Disney Dining Plan. You have Disney's Quick Service Dining Plan, the Disney Dining Plan, and the Deluxe Dining Plan. I'm going to tell you about each of these different plans and how they differ from one another. Now, when I'm talking about dining plans, know that when you purchase a dining plan, you are purchasing it for every night of your vacation. It does not go by day, and it is not something that you can pick and choose for certain members of your party. When you book a package with Disney, everyone has to have the same things included in their package. So everyone's got to have the same tickets and everyone has to have the same dining plan. Now, you don't need to eat all of your meals together. You're welcome to eat at different restaurants from the other members of your party, but you do have to be on the same plan. So this means that you can't leave it off for one person and have it booked for another. It's all or nothing. You also have to have it for the entire length of your vacation. So this means just because you're doing a day at Universal doesn't mean that you don't have to pay for the dining plan for that day. It just means maybe you have some credits that you would use on arrival or departure day, or you can double up on another day, but we'll get there. But really the most important takeaway here is it is per night. So if you are going from a Saturday to a Saturday, that is a 7-night, 8-day package. So you have 7 nights of credits, which is going to be important when you're thinking about planning your trip. Now, every single dining plan, the quick service, the Disney dining plan, and the deluxe dining plan, all three come with two similar things. They all come with a refillable resort mug. Now, this mug is something that changes out seasonally, so they look a little different depending on when you go per year. But they are a refillable mug, they are plastic, and they have different options with different colored lids, stuff like that, so that you can differentiate between yours and someone else in your parties. But these refillable mugs can be refilled absolutely as much as you want at any Disney hotel. They do not work in the parks, but you can use them at any hotel, not just your hotel. So if you happen to go to Magic Kingdom one day and you want to take a little break midday and head over to Captain Cook's at the Polynesian, but you're staying at Pop Century, you can still refill your mug at the Polynesian. So everyone who is on the dining plan, so people from ages 3 and up, will receive a refillable mug. You can choose what color you want, you can choose what design, and then you take it to the register at the quick service restaurant. Typically, you would do that kind of at your own resort just because that's where you're going to see them first. The next thing that every dining plan comes with is 2 snacks per person per night. Snack credits can be used on single serving snacks throughout the parks. So this is going to be things like a Mickey pretzel, nachos, churros, cupcakes, cookies, Mickey premium bars, stuff like that. It's not going to cover something that is meant to feed like more than one person. Now, of course, a lot of Disney snacks are absolutely ginormous and can absolutely be shared. So you can stretch your snack credits out that way by getting larger snacks, but they are for single serving type of things. You can also use them on some prepackaged things, like for example, my sister likes to use snack credits on the Chip 'n Dale snack mix. It's like a trail mix. Delicious, she loves it. I think she used like all of her snack credits on it last time she was there. So, but there are like prepackaged things. If people have extra snack credits at the end of their trip because they didn't snack as much as they normally would, then you can bring home Goofy's Candy Company stuff, which is like bags about this big probably, and it's got like gummy worms, Swedish fish equivalents, gummy bears, there's some licorice, there's all kinds of different options, but that's like something that people will use snack credits for. Now we're going to get into the actual nitty-gritty of the different dining plans. So the cheapest option that you have is going to be the quick service dining plan. The quick service dining plan is going to include obviously that refillable mug and those 2 snacks per person per night, but it's also going to come with 2 quick service meals per person per night. I actually did an entire video on the different kinds of meals throughout Disney. So if you missed it, make sure to check it out. I'll link it in the cards up here, but I go into more depth about the different kind of meal types. So quick service meals are going to be grab and go sort of situations where it's Chipotle style, Panera style, that kind of where you go to the counter, you place your order, and then you get your food and you take it back to your table. So the quick service dining plan is going to come with 2 meals per person per night of that type. Now, all of the credits for your dining plan are loaded to your account as soon as you check in. So if you've got a 5-night trip and there's one of you in the room, just for this example, then you would have 10 quick service meals loaded to your account, and they would all be available to you on check-in day. Now, you are in charge of making sure that you disperse them however you want to disperse them so that you don't run out, or if you do, you pay out of pocket for any extra meals. But if you really wanted to, you could use all 10 credits on the first day. You just wouldn't have any left for the rest of the trip. Or you could not use some one day and they would carry over to the next day because you can use them whenever. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to the dining plan, which is something that is a really great feature of it, in my opinion. The next dining plan is the most commonly chosen one, and that is the Disney dining plan. Now, the Disney dining plan, again, is going to come with that refillable mug and those 2 snacks per person per night, but it's also going to come with 1 quick service meal and 1 table service meal per person per night. Now, the table service meal credits are going to be able to be used anywhere. So you can use them at character dining, you can use them at fine dining. However, you need to keep in mind that fine and signature dining or dinner shows are going to be 2 credit meals. So just because you're eating 1 meal, if it's a fine and signature dining, it'll charge you 2 credits. This is something that you can check on the Disney website when you make a reservation, which I'm going to talk about making reservations and choosing restaurants in the next video, so I'm not going to go too far into that here. But when you're planning your trip, make sure you are allocating the correct number of credits to each of your meals. Now, if you don't want to worry about credits and keeping track of, how many meals you have and if you have too many reservations and all that, I highly recommend working with a travel agent. If you are new here, I do own a travel agency. I've been in the business for years, and I help people all the time make sure that they have allocated the correct number of reservations, and that if they have too many, we talk about which one makes sense to pay out of pocket for to save them money, all of that kind of thing. So I am currently taking new clients. If you would like to work with me, my information is in the description down below. When I'm not taking clients, I leave it out. So if you see it in the description of any of my videos, then you're good to go. Just shoot me an email or fill out my quote request form and I'll get back to you pretty quickly. But I help my clients kind of navigate how to get the most out of their dining plan so that they aren't paying out of pocket unnecessarily for things. Now, for the quick service and table service meals, those are going to come with your entree and they're going to come with a beverage. Now, this beverage, if you are over the age of 21, can be an alcoholic beverage, which really gives you a lot of bang for your buck because one drink in Disney is going to cost you anywhere from like $8 to like $16, and I think they actually go up from there. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't know how high they go, but anyway. This dining plan is the one that I recommend most often for families because a lot of times if you do a character dining lunch or dinner, the cost of that meal alone is almost enough to make up for the cost of the entire plan for that whole day. So then you end up getting your quick service meal and your 2 snacks basically for free. So I really like the Disney dining plan. If you are eating more reservations, like if you have more reservations, I do recommend the Deluxe dining plan because you do run out of credits like relatively quickly if you want more than 1 sit-down meal a day. So with that being said, the Deluxe dining plan is the top option. That's going to come with 3 meals of any kind. So they can be quick service meals, they can be table service meals, you can mix and match, but it's going to give you a lot more credits. One of the really great ways to do the Disney dining, the Deluxe dining plan, is if you're going to do a lot of fine and signature dining. For example, I have a honeymoon client, set that is going in a couple of weeks, and they are not eating 3 meals a day, but they are eating a regular sit-down meal, and then they're doing one signature meal every day. So they're using all 3 credits. They're just not eating 3 meals a day. But they are an adult-only group. They like better food. They like the kind of exclusivity of the signature restaurants, that kind of thing. So it's a really great option even if you don't want to sit down for 3 meals a day. When you are on the deluxe dining plan, you also get an appetizer with each of your meals, and then you get the entree, the dessert, and the drink, whether it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. So you get a lot more bang for your buck with the deluxe dining plan. Now, if you are like me and you can't eat like an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert at every meal, you can always have them pack up the appetizer for a snack later in the park, something like that. I think like multiple times when we were there, the last time we used the dining plan, we took dessert with us a lot of times, and then we would eat it like an hour or 2 later when we just needed a little snack. So there are a lot of options. You don't have to eat everything all in one sitting. We've never really had an issue with using all of our credits. Some people say it's too much food. The only thing we've kind of had a few too many of is the snack credits, and that's because we do share snacks. So we just ended up getting, like I said, a lot of that trail mix and bringing it home, and then, you know, it brings the magic home. A lot of people, if they have extra snack credits, will also use it to buy gifts for like the dog walker or the kids' teachers, and they bring home like a special candy for them. So there are definitely options if you do have extra credits. And the other thing is, if you have someone, maybe a local family member is coming to visit you one day in Disney Springs, you can use one of your dining credits to pay for their meal if you so choose to do so. Other people have been known to pay for a family's meal at another table with their credits if they're checking out and they have extra quick service credits or table service credits, depending on the restaurant they're at, and they'll pay for someone else's meal. So it's a great way to kind of spread magic and kind of, you know, make everyone a little happier while also making sure that you used all your credits. If you have any questions about the dining plan, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. I know it can be super confusing, but I do think the dining plans are a really great way to pre-budget for your trip, because then it's kind of an all-inclusive feeling. You really only have to worry about tips. That is something important. The dining plan prices do not include tips. So at the end of your meal, they will bring you a receipt. Now, at the beginning of the meal, they will have asked you, are you on a dining plan today? And if you say yes, they'll bring you the receipt, but it's just so you can see what the total would have been if you paid out of pocket, because then you tip according to that receipt. If you are paying cash, that's totally fine. You can also do that. You can tip with either cash, credit, or your Magic Band if you're charging things back to your room. So just know that the tip is not included and you do need to budget accordingly. You can always take a look at the website and the menus and figure out what you might be ordering so you can, you know, plan for that in advance. But pretty much it gives you an all-inclusive vacation other than those tips and souvenir sort of money. I know for our family, the Disney dining plan is the way that we like to go, because we like to do one quick service meal and one table service meal per day pretty much. So it just works out to be really good for us. The majority of my clients also opt for the Disney dining plan. I do have quite a few that do opt for the deluxe, and very rarely I have people do the quick service, but the real savings of the dining plan comes in when you start using it at table service restaurants, like for character dining. So that's usually what I do recommend. Now, I am going to be doing a video all about maximizing the Disney dining plan. So if you're interested in that, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and tap the notification bell so you don't miss it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I am so close to my goal, guys, of 1,000 subscribers. I am at 949 right now, so only 51 left to go. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because I'm real excited. The great thing about when I hit 1,000 subscribers is going to be that I'm going to get the community tab, which is going to give us a lot more chance to interact and kind of talk outside of the comment section of videos. So you guys will be able to ask questions for Q&As and stuff like that. So I'm really excited because it'll just kind of bring our community closer together. And I don't know, I love you guys. I love when I get emails from my subscribers. It's so fun. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys in my next video, which is going to be about how to make dining reservations. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys again on Thursday. Bye!